Hey everyone, Yōkai here. Today I'm going to be watching the third episode of Skeleton Knight in Another World. And last episode was quite exciting because we had our main man arc basically going on a bit of a mission to help this small child, and that would seem simple enough until a giant basilisk shows up. But no real match for our main character. He took care of it pretty solidly, and just kind of saved the day. But he's big on like keeping a low profile, but when people see the remnants of this like one-shotted powerful monster, they know someone did it. So no matter how much he wants to keep a low profile, I feel like eventually it's gonna be a high profile. People are gonna find him, figure out what he's all about. Maybe not maybe not in this episode, but he's gonna build a reputation one way or the other. I'm fairly confident. But yes, we are here for this episode, even though I don't know where I was going with that. Let's just jump into the episode and see how things go. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Our usual warning. Okay, somebody wants to be strong. That does sound like humans. Yeah, it's the same girl. Okay, so she's an important elf. Still has a great design. It's a shame she's so covered up with her hood. Okay. So she's already got her eyes on him. Why does she have her eyes on him? Have they interacted before now? I know he saw her once, but did we like skip forward or something? We may have. Like what we did with the very first episode, where we skip forward and then like backtrack to see how we get there. That might be what we're doing here, because I don't remember them having any real interaction before now. I keep forgetting how great this opening is until it plays again. I like to think that when it zooms into his eye, that's like a, oh crap, I'm dead, it's time to panic sort of moment, but he doesn't have time to. And then, yeah, the dragon. Never took a good look at it before, but the animation on that attack looks awesome. I mean, there's a lot to pay attention because this is like an awesome segment of the opening, but it really is a good thing she held on. Just chasing after some bandits, I guess. If you only you knew. He just chuckles as he slowly pursues them. That would be kind of terrifying. Think about a cave is, you can only run so far. Uh, right. Because they're not going to be a real threat to him, right? So just kind of a milk run. A job well done. I'm sure our Kitsune contributed greatly to the battle. Is that a shower? Or a place with loot? Okay, yeah, it's the latter. Damn, that's actually pretty nice. A lot more than I expected from these guys. I could definitely buy groceries for a while. Yeah, I imagine slaves were in there. In fact, it may have been elf slaves. That might be why she's around here. Assuming that's the same cave. Selska. Lauren. Apparently you heard wrong. Where do we know about that part? You didn't see the mercenary. You're just a bad person, aren't you? So he's more or less responsible for all the big conflicts we've had so far in the show. Well, you know, this is the same person responsible for ruining both those plans. It's a good question. Don't ask me to follow a whole bunch of political intrigue stuff all of a sudden. Yeah, we couldn't have that. Product. Udalon. That's a name. Yeah, I don't like you. I mean, if you expect me to have sympathy for you, that's not going to happen, so... Is this where we started off? Like, does she just assume he's one of the bandits in there? That may be what's going on. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. But she can't take him on. He's a skeleton from another world. Yeah, he's kind of misunderstanding too. She's good, though. She's definitely good. And beautiful. He sees those elf ears. He specifically remembers her, too. Oh, damn. He did not do anything with them. We really need to clear up this misunderstanding. It definitely is. But he's not a bandit. Or a human, really. Yeah, seriously, I was actually about to comment about that. He doesn't even look like a bandit. He just makes assumptions without asking any questions whatsoever. Like, you know, coming out of a bandit cave is a bit suspicious, but... Yeah, you can't attack that cute little guy. Sure. We just call it Kitsune, but... So he's gonna be our vouch, you know? Is there a difference? So yeah, the fact that he's with him like this is a really big deal. Man, she's cute. I kind of want one. So please stop trying to stab me now. When she's like that, it kind of looks like a design of the helmet, you know? Like just part of the helmet. Yes, that's what the cages were about. I put that together way faster than he did. Yeah, the product, you know, was moved. I bet. I mean, have you never read a doujinshi before? Please be my friend. I mean, I'm sure they'll become partners at some point. And that's the opening lies to me. The real question is, does he reveal the fact that he's a skeleton to her, and if so, when? That's what I'm really curious about. Yeah, he's definitely right on that. You don't miss this opportunity. Don't sleep on the table. That can't be sanitary. You don't want to get fur all over your food. That is the hard part. Yeah, we can't let this go. Another reason not to sleep on the table. We gotta find that elf girl again. I don't know what Oster means at all. Dimension move. As expected of an elf area. Well, I'm sure they're well hidden if they, especially if they are being captured and sold. They would hide very well. Those are not elves. Those are probably people hunting elves. Think we got something we need to do. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, we gotta help. The long hair was clearly not a good idea. I already got 3 of them. Saving them is definitely one good way to get in with the elves. Get in good with the elves. It means you're scum and she doesn't care for you. With her mouth bound. Is he an idiot on top of being a horrible person? Yeah, we can just chop him in half now. Please get on that arc. Yeah, that was stupid on top of being incredibly cruel. That is not a counter-argument. Arc, anytime now, feel free to get involved. I don't think she could complain about you stepping in and helping out here. Oh, was that her? I just saw a blur. Okay, I mean, I'm okay with whoever does it. You know, get to see what she can do against people who aren't overpowered. You know. The end of your life. Is she? She didn't look that dark to me, but please stab him. Did they not see how skilled she was? I know they knew they outnumber her, but like they have no idea what's about to happen to them. But they'll learn. Did that change your attitude at all? Drop. Yeah, fling the blood off. You figured that out, did you? Yeah, and you definitely pissed her off, so... I don't want to know what he's thinking. It's like 5 of them in one fell swoop. Not the same kind of overkill we get from him, but it gets the job done. I mean, depending on what's his face does, you might have to help. Do you really think you're getting out of this? Guy really is an idiot. Like, the more you piss her off, the more likely she is to just screw logic and reason and just stab you. That is a nice chest, but I do quite like her outfit too. We get to see like not over the cloak, and it does look pretty good. So yeah, we may need your help, Ark. Right. Yep. Dimension Move is a very useful skill. Now off with his head. It's not even the sword, just straight up punch. That works too. Oh, damn. That was definitely satisfying to watch. Yeah, you're screwed now. They're winning your leverage. Yeah, this is a good time to panic. Well, I think that takes care of that. I'm sure we can just break it. Well, specifically, he can just break it. Well, you clearly did, so... She was more surprised than I was that he could do that. Man, imagine if she had the helmet off. Yeah, if I had to choose whose arms to jump into, I'd make the same choice. That doesn't sound good. Right. So we probably need to break those. Can we just snap them? Again, can he just snap them? Okay. I mean, if you had to break up the skills, that's fine. As long as he gets it off. We need to definitely need to take care of that. Wow, he just has all this. Yeah, she clearly did not know who he was, what he's capable of. Gotta love a world where healing magic exists. Are you impressed yet? You want to be his new party member? Yeah, now they like him. She's summoning her bird. It's a pretty bird. Damn, she is stacked. It's like, hey, can I keep them? They seem attached to me. I'll take good care of them. Okay. That's very useful. Essentially, yeah. Not that she has any idea what any of that is. Right. Definitely seems like a good choice. There we are, a lot shorter than her. They are quite cute. Yeah, I'll come visit later. Freaking arc. You have no idea. You're afraid a dimensional move. The name's Ark. I am just another knight. Another mercenary, rather. Wow. Can I just call you Maple? Hey, the birds are back. Well, it's a bird, I guess. So, Audion. Maybe I should call her that. It really is like just a voice recorder. So, are we gonna stick around for a while? Stick together? I'd be more than happy to. Even if you don't have any money, it's fine. We can we can arrange something. But that's for next episode. It's not often a show has a really good open and a really good ED, but this show really does. I don't think we've met the girl with like cat ears yet. At least we haven't interacted with her. Infiltrating the slave market in search of the world's evil. That's quite the title. That is a nice view. That is definitely a nice view. Okay, well, that was the third episode of Skeleton Knight from Another World. And yeah, definitely a solid episode, especially because we actually got our main elf girl, our Ariane, I think they said her name was. But yeah, so we did, like I thought, the thing that we did in the first episode, which was we showcased something and then showed how we got there. Because I was wondering why exactly she would have any issue with Ark. Like, I don't think they did anything, really, that would piss her off, but then we got the answer being essentially a misunderstanding. She's there to deal with the bandits that kidnapped some elves, and he came out of the bandit cave, and she did 1+1 logic of, he must be a bandit. So I guess we'll go attack him. Not even considering the possibility that maybe he was on a mission to take care of them himself, which is what I would assume, considering his outfit is not bandit-like at all, right? Like, I've seen enough bandits in anime to have a general idea of kind of the stereotypical bandit attire, and full plate like that is not really it. You usually associate that with, like, a knight or whatever, so... I know it doesn't, like, guarantee anything, but it should be enough to at least have her ask a question, like, hey, are you a bandit, or did you come here to attack bandits, at least ask a question before you stab. It's not like you have anything to lose by asking a quick question. I mean, sure, he could lie to you, but, still should at least try. But anyway, we also got some, like, political stuff, like I said. It's a lot to take in. There was talks about empires and princes and stuff, but the biggest thing I got from that scene was that this guy was responsible for a lot of the bad stuff that has happened so far. An evil schemer, right? That was my biggest takeaway from that. But then eventually we caught up to our scene with Ariane and Ark, and she is very skilled. Like, he obviously could take what you would dish out pretty easily because he's Ark, but you can still tell that she's highly skilled, right? And incredibly gorgeous as well. And basically, Ponta was the key to getting her to chill out. Because, yeah, being friends with a spirit animal thingy, you gotta be good to make that happen. And some bandit can never do that. So that's what it took, and that got her to trust him. So... although they didn't, like, partner up or anything after that, it was just enough to, like, not want to stab him anymore. But eventually, because a true gamer does not miss this opportunity to get good with the beautiful elf girl, right? You pursue that until you can't pursue it anymore. So he went back to to the elf forest to try to find elves, and he did, but he also found people trying to capture them. And of course, we have the over-the-top cruel bad guy, because we can't just have a standard capturing and getting out of their scene. We gotta make sure the audience is maximized hatred of them, right? And the only way to do that is to have somebody go above and beyond unnecessary cruelty when already doing a terrible act, so we can really be satisfied when he gets the shit kicked out of him. And he definitely did, just punched against that tree, which I think was more satisfying than just, like, chopping him in half. I'm not sure why, but I think it was. So I can certainly accept that. But... yeah, one of the cool things was we didn't just have Ark jump in there and save the day, because that would have been pretty reminiscent of what we got in the first episode. This was a good opportunity to showcase what our elf girl Ariane is capable of, and we did it. Basically, she very quick, very swift, very skillful, just cutting them down like it's like she's fighting overgrown children, really. Rather than actual warriors, because they're not really warriors. Even their weaponry didn't seem all that impressive. They were just, enough to attack a... I'm not sure if there's an actual term for this, but basically weapons that you would use against an unarmed non-fighter. It would be adequate for that, but you would never use it against another fighter, right? It is that level of weaponry, not like a proper long sword that you've been trained with, But I know one guy had a long sword, but like the one guy had like like a hatchet or whatever. Like, it didn't really seem like a warrior kind of weapon to me, really. And of course, one guy just had like a knife, which... I'm not saying a warrior wouldn't use a knife, but he didn't look like he was all that skilled with it. But I don't know. But basically, yeah, it meant nothing in the hand. Went up against a actual skilled warrior, and they just went down like flies. So, and yeah, Ark did step in only when he needed to, right? When the bad guy uses stereotypical cowardly tactics, he just like whooshes behind him and just bam, slammed against that tree. And also just broke the lock. That was also a fun part of the episode, is when he just like keeps showcasing his skills, and she just like keeps getting more and more impressed. Like, how can he do all these things? Like, it's no big deal. Who is this man? I always get a real strong sense of satisfaction whenever I see that sort of thing in anime, when someone really overpowered when somebody just is like shocked by how overpowered they are. I just one of the things I've always enjoyed about anime. And yeah, the elf girls were initially kind of scared of him, but eventually warmed up to him, eventually helping with his workout. Also, this world apparently has spiritual birds that are like recording devices, which is pretty cool. He liked it because he's really into all the fantasy stuff. But that pretty much was the episode, At the very end, she requested his assistance with a mission, and that'll be a good chance to see them really like team up together as a unit and go on a mission together, which should be pretty fun. I do look forward to seeing that. Because I know they kind of work together here, but like not really, with just him stepping in at the last second to help when it got to be too much for her to handle. But yeah, it was a good episode. I'm glad we finally got our main elf girl now really deep into the plot, interacting with our main character and getting to the point of being like actual partners, because the opening does make it seem like they're going to be long-term, party members. So, and I've always looked forward to get into that, because I do like our main character, right? But he has like nobody to talk to, if that makes sense. There's a reason why anime characters in almost any genre has like some kind of friend or partner or party member or something, because you really can't do much aside from the fighting. You really can't do much like that's entertaining, unless you have somebody to actually talk to, right? So, and I'm not saying the Kitsune, you can have one-sided conversations with her, but it's not quite the same as actually having an actual person to verbally engage with. So, yeah, you do have to have somebody else join this party eventually, and we finally got to that point. So, good stuff. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this episode, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.